This is the Scarcity Studios YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And our sponsors are Alpha Claims and Hire Birmingham, the leading and best accident management company. Get a replacement car anywhere in 1 hour. Handguns have been illegal in the UK since the Dunblane shootings. And this makes them very sought after in the criminal underworld, and the demand for them has increased in the coming years. Several years ago there was a lot cheaper due to the fact there was more around from the war and before the ban as well. But nowadays people want semi-automatic firearms and hollow tip bullets. And this involves a lot of importation and in turn costs a lot of money as well. EncroChat revealed that some people can spend over £10,000 on a firearm that they know is clean and will also work. In the East End of London in Newham, the police are fully aware of gang wars that have been ongoing for years. And 7 men today have been jailed, and they are all from the south of Newham and also the Essex area. And they say that they are part of an organised crime group that was supplying firearms to gang members across the city. This was an operation led by the Metropolitan Flying Squad, and they successfully closed down the organised crime gang and retrieved 5 firearms from the streets of London and Essex. 7 men were jailed for 60 years at Southwark Crown Court on the 27th of January and convicted of conspiracy to supply firearms and ammunition. The operation was to investigate the activities of an organised crime gang that ran for 10 weeks, and several hundred policing hours were spent on surveillance and also arrest phases. Specialist officers took part in the deployments, and this included Metropolitan Armed Surveillance Officers and additional support from Essex Police Armed Response Units. 2 of the group were found guilty following a 4-week trial at the same court on the 5th of November 2021. They were Daniel Ngoo, 30 years old from Newham. He was sentenced to 16 years in prison for conspiracy to supply firearms and ammunition. Stephen Donkor, 45 years old, from Grays, Essex, was sentenced to 15 years for the same offence. Another 5 men pled guilty on the 3rd of June 2021, and in the courtroom they were named as Malachi Yexley from Basildon, and he was jailed for 6 years for possession of a .32 caliber pistol and 18 rounds of ammunition. David Hill, 57, from Essex, was sentenced to 9 years after pleading guilty to selling a prohibited weapon, which was a .32 caliber pistol and 18 rounds of matching ammunition. George Clark from Basildon was sentenced to 6 years. He's 33 years old, and he was convicted of selling a prohibited firearm, and that was a .32 caliber pistol and 18 rounds of ammunition. Aaron Baptiste from Hertfordshire was sentenced to 5 years and 3 months for selling the prohibited weapon, which was a .45 caliber revolver, on the 5th of February 2021. Damien Mead from Bow, London, was sentenced to 5 years and 4 months for selling a .45 caliber also. The court heard that Ngoo was leading the overall criminal enterprise, and he used Donkor to source the weapons and to agree the prices with customers. Donkor was described in court as Ngoo's right-hand man and a lieutenant in the organised crime gang. He was the facilitator of the day-to-day running of the operation and played a key role in the organisation. He was a middleman for the criminals wishing to buy and sell firearms and also ammunition. Donkor oversaw all of the following firearm trades, and he was paid a cut of the price of the guns in return for his involvement. On the 5th of February 2021, John Baptiste and Mead played a significant role in supplying a .45 Smith & Wesson revolver at Sunnyhill Close in Hackney, and John Baptiste was linked to Donkor. He was the seller of the firearm, and Mead and John Baptiste were not present, but were key in arranging the transaction between Mead and the buyer. Yexley, Hill and Clark were part of the Essex-based OCG, and on the 16th of February 2021, they were all present on Endeavour Way in Basildon, and they played a significant role in supplying a semi-automatic Webley pistol and 18 rounds of ammunition to a buyer. Hill acted as the armourer for the OCG, and he had the knowledge and necessary tools and component parts at his home address to convert imitation firearms into functioning weapons and to manufacture live ammunition, and police found a viable handgun and also more ammunition inside a work locker at his industrial estate in Endeavour Way. On the 23rd of February 2021, Metropolitan Police intervened and arrested Donkor and Ngoo after they gathered enough evidence to make a prosecution. Detective Detective Inspector Simon Mooring from the Specialist Crime Central said this is an excellent example of collaborative working between the Metropolitan Police and Essex, and also the Crown Prosecution Service. The convictions and removals of these firearms from the street will protect the public from future harm, and the Metropolitan Police is tackling and reducing violence every single day, and this is why we need to reduce it in the communities. So I thought this was a really interesting example of how the police also go to great lengths to try to find these gangs that are supplying the firearms, but also how people still obtain firearms in the UK with such big restrictions. So really appreciate you joining me for this episode. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Follow me online as well at Scarcity Studios on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter and Facebook. And I'll be back again very shortly with some more news. Peace.